I'm Monica. I started the store in 1991, Hamilton Whole Foods. I had been out of college for 2.5 years. My partner and I at the time, we were basically looking for something to do, a business. We both had food in our backgrounds. I was not a vegetarian, not specifically into health food. So much about this business has evolved with me and my partner, who Julie and I worked together for about 13 years. I think it's hard, at least for me, to start out with a philosophy. So it was a lot of discovery. But I think our clientele were people who did have philosophies. And it's a business where you're going to find a lot of very specific, individual, distinct lifestyles and philosophies, but people feel very strongly about the food they eat and their health and whatever the issue is. We were really here to give people more choices and more options. We stay within what would be called a natural food industry for our distributors. Any meats we carry, we want them to be organic or free range, local, some kind of something or other, but it's basically giving people options. They're not going to find them in the supermarket. So yeah, our recipes have come from many different places, lots of inspirations, different cookbooks, and have morphed over the years. We'll try to come up with recipes that we can make something out of. And honestly, most of them started out by my trying to figure out what to have for lunch. Like, this sounds good, and then it slowly kind of became a sandwich. More often than not, that's how a lot of things have been created. A lot of our soups, the inspiration for them have come from somewhere else. I love to read recipes and look at things and get a sense of what would be good and not. Just this semester we had spaghetti squash for the first time, so I tried to find a recipe for spaghetti squash, and we came up with a really fun vegetable soup. Thinking about the work that we do here and how really fulfilling it is, but how difficult it is nowadays to be a clerk in a store and make a living. We live in this structure where it's not sustainable to have jobs like this. And it makes me sad because I think it's really good work. It's really valuable work. It's very rewarding. But it's also really difficult to do it based on real economic pressures that we all have to deal with. But I think it's vital and wonderful. I love being able to share this place with the people who now are here with us. It's an opportunity for people to also be creative. Here's the space, be a part of it. You can be a team member.
So I'm Nick Grundon. I've been working at Hamilton Whole Foods for 3 years now, and I'm a senior at Colgate University. I started working here my sophomore year. I think like a lot of students experience in their first couple of years in college, they go through a lot of different changes or exposed to different ideas. So one of mine was I became a vegetarian my freshman year. So I thought Hamilton Whole Foods, which is sort of like a very odd gem in Hamilton, would be a great place to work. So that's how I got working here. Honestly, it's been one of the best things that I've experienced at Colgate. And so a lot of times people ask oh, what is the extracurricular activity that you enjoy the most? Or what club or organization has contributed to your time the most at Colgate? And a lot of times I really just want to say Hamilton Whole Foods, working here, because it's the family that we have going on behind the counter is just absolutely wonderful. And even though it's not necessarily part of my Colgate experience, I think it has made so much of what my time here in Hamilton has been.